Hey, what's up? This is Frank Bello from Anthrax, and you're listening to Sonic Perspectives. Turn it up!
What's up, everybody? This is Rodrigo Altaf once again for Sonic Perspectives, and today we're going to talk to a thrash legend, Mr. Frankie Bello of Anthrax, who's releasing a brand new album with his buddy Dave Ellefson of Megadeth fame, under the moniker of Altitudes and Attitude. Without further ado, Frankie, how you doing today, man?
Rodrigo, I'm doing well, man. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to introduce Altitudes and Attitudes to everybody, and hopefully everybody will give it a chance and listen to it and dig it.
Yeah, sure. And great talking to you. And of course, I had heard about the collaboration between you and Dave, but the end result, the new album, Get It Out, is quite a surprise. Tell us a bit about the album, the style, the composition process, and how it went.
Well, first, Rodrigo, Altitudes and Attitude is a rock band. That's what we do. This is the other side of Dave and I. We're known for being bass players in Megadeth and Anthrax, but we have another side to us, and this is what you hear. This is what I do when I'm home. Sitting in my living room playing my guitar, I write songs and I sing, and this is the way it came out. They're heavy rock songs. This is a heavy rock record, and thankfully, and I say this because I'm very happy about this. Metal fans are really getting into it, which I'm hearing a lot about. There's really some great feedback. There's very positive feedback coming back from the first two songs that we've released from this record so far. So they're really digging it, really liking it, and we're very grateful for that because we grew up on rock and roll, Dave and I, on hard rock when we were younger. So this is part of it. This is part of who we are. So we really appreciate and thank all metal fans around the world for understanding and getting into it.
Yeah, I must admit a couple of melodies from that album have been stuck in my head for the past 4 or 5 days since I had the album in my hand, man.
I love hearing that. Rodrigo, that's important because, look, when I was growing up, Rodrigo, it was all music. It still is all music. When you're having a bad day, look, and people have problems in their lives. I've had a lot of issues in my life. Music was always the outlet to make me feel better, whether it be a good riff, a good melody, just a good song. I think it's very important. So for me, if anybody can connect with something, I don't care if it's a piece of music with Altitudes and Attitude, or a lyric or a melody, whatever it is, if you can connect to it and make you feel better about things, if you have a hard time in life, it's really important because that's what it was for me. Music was and still is, very important to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you took the guitar duties this time, but who else is in the band with you?
It's Dave and I. Dave and I. Jeff Friedl plays drums on the record. He's incredible. You would know him through Perfect Circle. And we've had a bunch of guest stars on it, guest players playing lead guitars, solos, including Ace Frehley, Gus G, Satchel from Steel Panther, Nita Strauss, John Donay. We've had a lot of Mickey Black. We've had a lot of great players play on this, and they're all our friends, which is awesome, and they really came up to and really did a great job playing on it. We're very excited and very psyched about this.
I must admit, it felt a bit unusual to see you on guitar, and I saw the video for the first song you released, and I'm used to seeing you thumping the bass and always with that grin on your face on stage, but it felt a bit unusual.
Yeah, and Rodrigo, what you're seeing there, you're just seeing me, what I do at home. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I do at home. I play a lot of guitar, and I write songs on guitar, even no matter what I am. When I come off tour, I play a lot of guitar when I'm writing. So it's just the other side of me, which is kind of fun for me to get. Again, that's the title of the record. Get it out. It's fun to see that I can. That David and I have this other side of us that people are really getting into, and I'm really happy to say that.
And Jay Ruston took the helm of the production in this release. He's a well-established name, especially if you're a fan of Anthrax, Steel Panther, Armored Saint, the Winery Dogs. I guess you feel comfortable working with him at this stage, right?
Jay is a part of us, no doubt. It was Jay's doing to make all this happen. Jay is a big part of Altitudes and Attitude because he understood David and I that what we wanted to do, what we wanted to do. Because he's a bass player, Jay. He understands where we're coming from, and he knew we had this song. He heard that we had these songs in us, and when he heard the songs, he wanted to work on it. So it really all snowballed over after that. It really took shape when Jay got involved, and then we made the record. Showed him to Missy Collazo from Megaforce Records. She really liked it. And she signed it, and here we are with Get It Out, coming out on Friday, January 18th. I can't believe it.
Awesome, man, awesome. And just as the title Get It Out implies, you just touched on it a little bit. I think it's a side of you and Dave which was begging to be shown, right? It's the hard rock and melodic side of you guys that it's not so prominent on Anthrax and Megadeth, but there's got to be an outlet for it, right?
Yeah, I think everybody has something inside them. Again, this relates to everybody because I think everybody has something inside them that they want to get out. But creatively, whatever it is in life, this is that for us. This is something that's been building up for a long time, and it's all coming to a head now. And there you go. This is getting it out of us, and it really feels good. It's very cathartic. It's very releasing. It feels great to make people. And look, at the end of the day, all we want to do is put these songs out, and hopefully people will enjoy them and really get into them.
And I know the main influence you have on bass. Definitely some Geddy Lee, Geezer Butler, Steve Harris in there. But who would you say was a musical influence on you guitar-wise?
Oh God, I mean, it's rhythm players forever. I mean, singer-songwriters have always been. Paul Stanley from Kiss is a big thing for me. Robin Zander from Cheap Trick. These bands meant a lot to me. Boston. I mean, I'm a big hard rock fan. So is Dave, for that matter. I think a lot of us are big hard rock fans, for that matter. I think just great. The Clash, Joe Strummer from the Clash stuff. I love that kind of rawness. You know what I mean? Just guitar and just putting it out there. I think it's so cool, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really having a good time doing it. And we have shows this week. I'm so psyched to do. We're going to start it up the whole promotion thing with some shows. We'll play St. Vitus in New York on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
We're playing Backstory on Thursday. Next week we play Musicians Institute next Tuesday, and then we go to Shiprock. You know what Shiprock is, Rodrigo?
No, I don't, man. I want to hear about it.
It's like a hard rock. It's a cruise. It's a boat. It's a cruise for a hard rock, and it's called Shiprock. So we're going to do it. Altitudes and Attitude is going to play on that. We're pretty excited about it. And then after that, we come back home for a couple of weeks, and then Slash is bringing us to Europe for a bunch of shows with him and his band because he's a great dude. Slash is a friend of ours, and he heard the Altitudes and Attitude songs, and he liked them. And so he had his manager call us and ask us if we wanted to do some shows with him. We said, of course, we'd love to. Awesome. So we're pretty psyched about that.
Wow, that's great, man. That's great. And, well, I've always sensed the aggression on your voice, when you're doing backing vocals for Anthrax. And I'm glad that, this is prominent on the album. But were you comfortable doing 100% of the vocals this time?
Yeah, it's funny, Rodrigo, because this is what I do at home. When you're just in your home, you're like I don't know if you're at home right now. I'm in my living room right now. Before I talk to you, I just have my guitar on, playing and singing. So I'm very comfortable. I've always done that. I can't remember when I haven't done that. So it's very comfortable for me to be doing that. I do when Anthrax does sound checks. We do a lot of songs, just me singing, playing, and have a good time. Charlie and I, we would jam and we just have fun with just me singing some stuff. But yeah, I've always done it. So for me, it's just a lot of fun. I'm learning, but it's a lot of fun to do.
And I also like the themes you chose to portray in the lyrics this time. Inner struggles, your brother's murder, family issues, and the ups and downs of life in general. I think in that sense, also the album title, Get It Out, fits like a glove, right?
Yeah. Rodrigo, all I can do, honestly, just as the person I am, I'm a very upfront person. I can't lie or anything. I just can write. I only know what to write that I know about stuff that I know and that I live. So the stuff you're hearing on this record that I've written is just personal issues from, my father abandoned us when we were younger, that the hardships of that.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, my brother was murdered when he was 23 years old. The hardships of that and how that pain is still with me. And there's a lot of anger in my life. So this is a way to get it out. Again, there goes the title again, but this is a way to get it out and to help me kind of deal with it. You understand?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And did you also write lyrics that are this personal for Anthrax as well? And if so, which ones?
I don't write lyrics for Anthrax. I write a lot of the melodies for Anthrax. With lyrics, Scott Ian writes a lot of lyrics. I throw lines in once in a while, but for the most part, Scott writes. He's always written them.
Okay. Well, I hear a lot of Kiss influences here and there in this release, and in one particular track, the first single, Late, you actually have Ace there playing with you. It must be a rewarding experience for you to have such a big influence of yours playing in one of your albums, right?
Rigo, you said it exactly the way I feel about it. Dave and I grew up on Kiss. We were big Kiss fans. We're still big Kiss fans forever. They meant a lot to a lot of people's lives, including us. Yes, we are friends with them, and they're great people. But if you were to tell me when I was 15 years old, Rodrigo, that Ace Frehley was going to play a lead on the song that I wrote, I would have never believed you, and I would have been no way. But this is very special to us. Having Ace, along with all the other players, of course, because everybody's done a great job. But for Dave and I, growing up such big Kiss fans, to have Ace Frehley come and play on a song, and I love the solo that he did on that. So it really feels good, and it's like a feather in the cap. It's like, wow, that's so cool that we got to do it. I'm very thankful for that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And another one that stood out for me is the song Out Here, where you have your partner in crime, John Donais of Anthrax. He does a great solo there.
Absolutely. I love John Donais. We're very close, John Donais. And he just kicked ass in that solo. He came in, and he came in with Jay Ruston and just showed up one day and just came in with that thing, and as soon as I heard it, that's it. That's the one. I love it. So it totally made sense. John, not only is he can burn with the best of them, but he's also a very tasty lead guitar player. He's awesome. You know, he's my friend, and I'm very thankful with him. He's awesome.
Yeah, and let's talk about Nita Strauss. She does an amazing job on Part of Me, man. You know, that was impressive as well. Yeah.
Dude, when I heard that solo from Nita, I knew Anita. She's a friend of ours, obviously. She's just an awesome player. Just an awesome. I think now people are finally realizing how great she is, and I'm very proud to have Nita on here because she really kicked ass in every way. In every way, she just really rose to the occasion and did an incredible. I love that lead that she did on this record.
Yeah, and you know, I want to make a point of mentioning everyone else who's joined you guys as special guests in this album. But you also have Christian Martucci from Stone Sour and Gus G as well. Yeah, these are great friends of ours. And you know, it's funny. I just talked to Christian the other day, and he's so stoked that about the Altitude and Attitude because he heard the single, and he's just really happy about it, the whole thing. And he's got his own thing going on too. He's a great player, good friend of mine. Gus G's just an incredible player. Obviously, everybody knows Gus. He came in and kicked ass for us too. So we've been very fortunate in knowing a lot of these people. And Jay Ruston, the producer, our producer, you know, he's the one that really got in touch with everybody and made it happen and recorded them. So I have to give props for Jay because he really made a lot of this happen. Yeah, and the last one before I forget is Satchel from Steel Panther on a great track Leviathan, which is instrumental, right? Dude, yeah, Rodrigo. Dave Ellefson wrote this great music piece called Leviathan. I thought it was great. I just said this is beautiful. When Satchel came in, this Russ, Satchel, whatever the name is, but he goes. It's two names, right? It's Russ and Satchel. But I know him. I always call him Russ, so he's my friend. He's awesome. But when he came up with that, in fact, we just saw them in Europe when I was playing with Anthrax, and I said to him, we played on the same bill, and we talking. I just had to give him a big hug. I said, dude, I love what you did to that song because it just the harmonics in that song
it's just a beautiful piece what he did. He's such a great player. He just did a beautiful piece of music on top of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy with that.
Yeah, and well, seeing you and Dave Ellefson playing together is certainly great for a thrash fan like me. I always got the impression that there was friendship between the big four bands, but also a lot of rivalry as well. Which one would you say was more prominent, the rivalry or the camaraderie?
I think, that's a good question, because I think when we were coming up in the ranks along the 80s, I think there's more of a rivalry, but it was always a friendly rivalry. There was nothing, because we all knew each other. We're all friends. Mm-hmm. It was a friendly rivalry. It was always friends. There was nothing, bad. There was always good times. You're always talking. Because look, at the end of the day, this is like high school for us. We all grew up together, and we're trying to achieve the same goal. And you say, and you know how hard it is. So you kind of rally around each other. Uh-huh. But now I can tell you, the rivalry, it's more like we've all come to this point where we're very happy to be here. You know what I mean, Rodrigo?
Yeah, sure.
It's really like we've been through this journey together, all of our bands, and we've been through this journey, and we're here now, wherever that may be, and we're still surviving, and we're still around, and the fans are still coming, and it's more than ever, and it's just a really cool thing. So, yes, so when I see everybody from the Big Four, we're all good friends. I mean, Anthrax toured with Slayer forever. Mm-hmm. So it's all I'm very close with those guys. Metallica, we're all good friends, obviously. The Megadeth guys, all good friends. It all works, we all know where we've been, and we're happy to be here, honestly.
Okay, cool. And what are the current plans for Anthrax? Because you guys seem to be on a roll since Joey came back, and I think the current lineup seems very strong, right?
Yes. All I could say to this, Rodrigo, is that we're writing a record. And
okay.
We're very psyched. All right? I'll say it like that. We're writing a record, and we're very psyched. We're very happy and very psyched and hungry.
Oh, cool. I know there's a couple of dates in Australia already booked for early this year, but and then you'll be touring and recording for the remainder of the year?
We'll be writing.
Okay. Oh, cool. That's great to hear, man. And finally, will there be a full-on tour for Altitudes and Attitude, or just a couple of dates that you mentioned?
We'll have to see whatever comes in front of us right now, because Dave has some touring to do. I have some touring to do. This is definitely, we can't get in the way. Our day jobs, the Megadeth and Anthrax, those come first. And when we have time, if people want us, we'll come and play. That's the idea. We would love to do tours. We would absolutely love to be on different tours and open for people, because we're having a lot of fun doing this.
Oh, cool. Finishing off, man, I have to say this. This is the album is like a perfect clash between your thrash roots and your melodic sensibilities. And I'm really glad to have experienced it. And I hope, you have all the success that you want from this album moving forward. All right?
Oh, Rodrigo, that is so nicely put. And I really thank you for saying that. I think you get it. I think you know where we're at. Because, look, all we can do is write what we know. And I think you hit it on the head. And I'm glad you feel that way, and thank you for that. And thank you for spreading the word for us, man.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, man. Take care, and all the best with the new release.
Thanks, Rodrigo. Take care of yourself, bro.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, folks. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this interview with the legendary Frankie Bello of Anthrax, and now with the project Altitudes and Attitude with his pal Dave Ellefson of Megadeth. We strongly suggest that you subscribe to our YouTube channel just so you're up to speed with all our interviews and our Talking Perspectives podcast. I also invite you to like us on Facebook and Twitter and check us out on www.sonicperspectives.com. We're going to leave you now with the song Out Here from Altitudes and Attitudes' new album Get It Out. Take care and see you next time.